Good day and welcome to NBP Hotseat. My name is Ibrahim Ababu from Nuclear Business Platform. Joining me today is Dr. Salem Hamdi, who is the Director General of Arab Atomic Energy Agency, AAEA. The Arab Atomic Energy Agency is a specialized Arab scientific organization working within the League of Arab States and concerned with nuclear science and its application in the peaceful field. It also seeks to develop joint Arab scientific work and keep pace with the global scientific and technical progress in this field. The authority is also focused on creating a scientific and technical awareness of the Arab citizen in nuclear science and the field of its peaceful use, and working to create a qualitative scientific and technical leap in the course of Arab civilization development. Established in 1989 and headquartered in Tunis, the AAEA has 14 member states. Welcome, Dr. Hamdi. We are delighted to have you with us today on NBP Hot Seats. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I hope you are doing well. You're doing fine in this pandemic disease these days. I was hoping that this meeting could be arranged somehow differently in a meeting, a live meeting, but this is the way it should be. Uh, COVID-19 has installed its rules, and we have to commit with it. Thank you very much for the invitation, and I am ready to answer to your questions. Go ahead.
Exactly. Thank you very much. And hopefully, inshallah, in the future, we could have a face-to-face meeting. So,
That's good.
firstly, let me congratulate you on being re-elected for a second 4 years term as the head of the Arab Atomic Energy Agency. This is indeed a remarkable achievement and reflects the great work you are undertaking within the AAEA.
Thank you very much. It wasn't very easy for me. Then I have to keep on going up because it's not easy to achieve what I have achieved now, and I have to do better than what I have done before, which will not be easy in the circumstances, the actual circumstances, the current circumstances, which are difficult for all countries, Arab countries specifically.
Exactly. And that's the way to go about it, to have a positive mind and work toward getting rid of this pandemic and working to get nuclear into the Arab countries and help the nuclear power and application grow and prosper in the Arab countries. So let's start with the first question. What are AAEA missions, current activities and objectives?
The Arab Atomic Energy Agency, which is called AAEA, or we are going to call it from now later on, is a regional specialized organization working within the auspices of the League of Arab States. Its mission is to coordinate among its member states the activities of peaceful uses of atomic energy. It contributes also to the transfer of the peaceful nuclear knowledge and technologies to these countries through assistance in manpower development and scientific information concerning nuclear radiation protection, nuclear safety, nuclear and security and safe handling of the radioactive materials. The Arab Atomic Energy Agency, AAEA, works to enhance the economical and social development of the Arab countries by promoting the peaceful applications of atomic energy in many aspects of life. The AAEA undergoes application of atomic energy in several activities: training, courses, coordinated research projects, experts meeting, scientific visits, on-job training, workshops, conference, seminars, and expert missions. These activities contribute to build and develop the human resources needed for national nuclear programs. And its main mission is to utilize nuclear energy in Arab countries in a safe and secure manner.
Indeed. And based on that, can you tell us more about some recent achievements of AAEA?
The AAEA recently, and I'm going to give you recently established with the International Atomic Energy Agency, the Arab, what is called the Arab Network of Environmental Radiation Monitoring and Early Warning System. It's a new unit. The objective of this network is to establish and develop an intergovernmental system for radiation monitoring, early warning, nuclear emergencies between Arab countries. The network will aims also to enhance the environmental monitoring capabilities in Arab countries and harmonize procedures and enhance radiological security. That means that we are going to have different units in each country member and members, and the essential monitor is going to be located in the AAA headquarters. So we are going to have at the time T what is happening in any Arab countries.
That's great to know, and that's congratulations on that new network.
Yeah, we worked on this project with the International Atomic Energy Agency, and we were glad that we end up with a congratulation from the International Atomic Energy Agency.
Indeed, that's a great involvement. And how is the overall level of support for nuclear energy among the Arab countries?
Ah. Besides usual uses in medicine, as you know, in agriculture, in industry, environment, many Arab countries have expressed their desire to include the option of electricity generation and seawater desalination with nuclear energy as a part of their strategies and to secure and diversify, have diversity of energy sources. There are many reasons for the Arab countries to build nuclear power plants to generate electricity and seawater desalination. You know, we have a growing energy demand. We are the, I mean, Arab countries are the more scarcity region in world. We are having a lots of problem with water. Growth shortage of oil and gas reserves and fluctuating prices. You have seen during this pandemic the price the price of the oil and gas have been drawn down by almost 70%. It was a reduction of energy gap and secure energy sources. Most Arab countries lack most Arab countries lack the required knowledge, skills, human resources, and financial resources to build nuclear power plants, as you know, in order to generate electricity and seawater desalination. There is an expressed need to establish and develop the infrastructure that enables them to build these nuclear power plants. Last year was marked by an important event by the achievement in the Arab world with the connection to the grid unit at Baraka site in the United Arab Emirates. And we are noticing a considerable progress made in the Egyptian nuclear power program.
Yes, bridging on that, you mentioned UAE Baraka project and Egypt Al Dab'a project. Will these countries serve as an inspiration to other Arab countries? How could how could the Arab countries benefit from those two countries' experiences?
I think it's a good event. It's going to be a starting event that is going to encourage most of our countries. The United Arab Emirates and the Egyptian experiences will be of a great benefit to other Arab countries, considering to embark on nuclear power programs. Both countries should share their experiences, and I'm going to tell you, should share their experiences and good lesson learned during all the phases of building of the nuclear power plants. And that is going to be the mission of the Arab Atomic Energy because it's synchronizing the activities within the Arab countries and is going to play an important mission of the technological transfer within Arab countries and, themselves.
Yes,
But in our case, this is going to be a very important event. It is an important event
it,
for the Arab Atomic Energy Agency.
it is. And you would like to some to a part of my question, my next question, which is how is the AAEA supporting Arab countries planning to embark on nuclear power program?
I was guessing that you are going to go to this question.
Yeah.
The Arab Atomic Energy Agency fulfills the needs of Arab countries for the development of their nuclear infrastructure for the establishment of nuclear power programs, in particular in terms of institutional, legislative, and regulatory structures, human resources, and conditions of choice, location, nuclear security, and safety, and public acceptance. AAEA will support Arab countries' choice to include the nuclear option of electricity generation and sewer desalination in their strategy to diversify energy resources by its multiple activities related to this topic. You know, if you are going to be only generating electricity, that is going to be the efficiency is very low. It's around 30%. But since we are going to go with a cogeneration, basically, I would say that this cogeneration, the efficiency will grow about up to 80%. And we can produce a lot of more things also besides seawater desalination and the electricity generation.
Yes, it is great to hear that. And going along with that, how do you assist member states with their human resource development? As you mentioned, there is a lack of human resource development in the Arab region.
I would guess this is the most lacking part in our countries. The skilled staff needed for safe and secure first nuclear power program is needed to supply is the most concerned issue for Arab Atomic Energy Agency and its member states. The workforce needed to supply the future nuclear Arab industry in Arab countries will require technical assistance in a range of disciplines, including nuclear engineering, instrumentation and control, thermo hydraulics, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, radiation protection, electronics, emergency. What else I can think of? Preparedness, refueling and refitting, operation and safety analysis and assessment. The agency, the Arab Atomic Energy, in its second phase strategy till 2030, which is prepared now, is intended to build a training center, including nuclear power plant simulator in the AAEA. The simulator will be a great tool to establishing the expertise and skills needed for emerging our nuclear power programs, because we are planning on the future and to acquire the strong training and education needed to ensure the flow of training personnel to the nuclear power plants projects in Arab countries. Some Arab countries possesses already research and training reactors, namely in Morocco, and many more are considering building a research and training reactors. The simulator serves at the same time to train and educate the personnel needed for power and research reactors. This is what we have, what we can do with human resources.
It is great to hear about the new training center, the simulator, and that was included in the strategy 2021-2030. So, can you tell us more about the strategy? Beside the simulator, there is more exciting stuff coming on.
The strategy, the strategy was based on what we are having in Arab countries. If you look at the natural resources in Arab countries, we will have a lots of problems. We have a shortage in water, a great shortage. We have a great shortage in electricity generation. I can tell you that by 2100, some countries compared by 2015, they would have to invest 375% what we have now, which is a big amount of investment. The AAEA recognizes the importance of existence of an independent, effective, so the strategy is made of six main programs. Water safety, energy safety, food safety, environment, health, and industry and radioisotopes production. These are the main components of the strategy.
Yes, thank you very much. And going back to the regulatory bodies, the IAEA strengthened regulatory bodies, infrastructures around the Arab world. And there is the ANOR, Arab Network of Nuclear Regulator. What's the role and objective regarding regulatory authorities of ANOR?
I think you are prepared. You prepared your questions. You are informed of what we have. We have ANOR, indeed, and as it is called ANOR, as the name in Arabic, Arab Network of Nuclear Regulators. The AAEA recognizes the importance of existence of an independent, effective regulatory body in order to guarantee a high level of safety and security of all nuclear and radioactive facilities and activities under their national responsibilities. You know that we are some accidents, namely Fukushima and others, they imposed to have a regulatory network within the framework of the Arab strategy for peaceful use of atomic energy up to 2030. That is an important element which is strengthening the regulatory and legislative frameworks for nuclear and radiation activities in Arab countries. Under this framework, ANOR, which is the Arab Network for Regulators, has been established in January 2010. Its main objective is the exchange of experiences, lessons learned, and good practices between regulators and in Arab countries in order to develop the infrastructures and capabilities needed for the legislative and regulatory framework, safety, security, emergency preparedness, and radioactive waste management activities through a regulatory perspective. This is the main. I hope that the question was the answer was the question was clear. This is the main mission of ANOR.
Yes.
ANOR now is recognized as an international network. And it's located. It's hosted by in the networks by the International Atomic Energy Agency.
Thank you. And a side note for our non-Arab speakers, An-Nur mean light in Arabic. So the abbreviation mean light in Arabic. And as you mentioned before, the collaboration, the great collaboration between you and the IAEA, can you share with us some of the current international collaboration you are having with other institutions? And where do you see areas for cooperation and partnership with international authorities, organizations, and private organizations?
Okay, I'm going to miss some of them because we have
Yeah.
lots of effective coordination in that cooperation with the following organization: the International Atomic Energy KINS, the Korean Institute for Nuclear Safety, KERI for Korean, also NRC, National Research, US Department of Energy, EuropeAid, CNNC for the Chinese, Junior from the Russian Federation, and Rosatom from the Russian Federation. I will tell you that we have both Korea, China, Russia, and the European, basically.
Yes, you mean South Korea. You said North Korea.
South Korea, no, not North Korea.
Lastly, one last question. What is your hope and message for Arab countries with regard to nuclear energy?
Thank you for the question. But I guess as our strategy in its second phase that we are going to develop will start this year after approval, because we cannot start it only when it is approved by the Arab Summit.
Yeah.
We hope that the AAEA will play a key role to assist Arab countries to enter a new era of utilization of atomic energy in their people well-being, because we are focused on this point. A new era of effectiveness and synergy to achieve our goals. This is basically what I am hoping was the start of the United Arab Emirates and the start of Egypt. I guess we are going on the right direction.
Indeed, indeed, it's going well with the UAE and Egypt, and hopefully we can see other countries joining them very soon. Maybe Jordan and Saudi Arabia, they are very active. So let's hope many countries would benefit from nuclear power, and not just for power, but also for desalinization and for nuclear application in the future. Thank you.
I will tell you something. Maybe we are forgetting that most of the atomic energy is going to medicine.
Okay.
We are having power, and we are having irrigation too. These are the two components. So we will not have. We have to have this in mind. This is an important part of it, because the radiation is used in medicine, is used in agriculture, it's used in most of it. It's used in industry. It's used all over the world. Basically, I will see if you don't have any more questions. You have. Do you have any more questions or
No, no question. No more questions.
we are?
That will be the end of our interview. So I would like to thank you once again for the time joining us at NBP Hot Seats. It has been fascinating and enlightening to learn of the great work the AAEA is doing right now, and hope to for a much brighter future and in the near future when this pandemic will go away, inshallah, very soon. Thank you very much,
Inshallah.
Dr. Hamdi.
Thank you. I thank you very much for this interview, this friendly interview, and I hope to see you close meeting rather than a distance meeting. It will be, as you know, we are Arabs. Uh, the contact is much more important than the picture.
Yes,
Uh, I'm glad. I will be glad and to receive you in Morocco whenever I go to Morocco.
yes.
If I will have the opportunity, I will meet you, and I'm very impressed with what you said. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome in Morocco whenever you want. You just let me know. It would be it would be a pleasure, and I would be glad to meet you there. So we come to the end of this interview. Take care, stay safe. This was Ibrahim Ababu with Dr. Salem Hamdi. Thank you. Uh,
Thank you very much.